My name is Samantha. I remember Michael. We met 5 years ago in the busy town square. It was a very good time in my life. We were always laughing together. He had blue eyes and a very kind smile. We lived in a small apartment by the sea. I loved the sound of the ocean waves at night. Michael loved the quiet mornings before the boats left. We were truly building a simple life together. I thought, this is forever. Forever seemed so close and real then. I was very happy every single day. We had many small dreams for the future. We talked about buying a small house outside the town. We talked about maybe getting a dog someday. Michael was my very best friend. He was everything good and solid to me. We shared a wonderful, simple life. We did not need much money to be happy. We just needed to be near each other every day. We loved our quiet routine very much. I really thought nothing could ever change this feeling. Every day I woke up just a little bit before him. I was making the strong black coffee. He always smelled the coffee first thing. Then he came slowly to the kitchen doorway. He gave me a gentle kiss on the neck before sitting down. It was our special morning ritual, simple and sweet. He was working hard at the local shipyard down by the docks. I was teaching small children at the elementary school. Our evenings were always slow and very easy. We often cooked pasta together in our tiny kitchen. Michael was always singing loudly while he cut the vegetables. He was not a good singer, but I really loved his deep voice. It made the room feel warm. Sometimes after dinner, we walked on the beach at sunset. We talked about silly, unimportant things. We watched the big ships going far away on the water. Michael always looked longingly at the horizon line. He really loved the idea of travel and new places. He was always looking at large maps in the evening. He wanted adventure very much. I did not like big international trips. I really liked staying here in our small town. This town was my home, and I felt so safe here. Michael understood this difference between us. He never tried to push me to leave my comfort zone. But I knew deep down his heart wanted to see the entire world. I knew he was dreaming bigger dreams than our little apartment could hold. I just smiled and held his hand very tight. I thought, maybe he will forget the idea of travel soon. Maybe our strong love will be enough for him. I was very wrong about that, but I did not know the truth yet. We bought a new tall lamp for the living room last winter. It gave a very warm light. We spent many cozy nights just reading books next to that soft light. Those memories are so warm now. They feel safe and gentle in my heart. We were truly happy then, just two people starting out. One Tuesday afternoon, everything suddenly changed its direction. Michael came home late from work. He was quiet and he was not smiling at all. I asked him immediately, "What is wrong, my love? Are you tired?" He sat down slowly on the sofa we shared. He held my hand very tight in both of his big hands. His hands were shaking just a little bit. He told me about a big, unexpected opportunity. It was a temporary job position in South America. It was only for 6 months, he said. They needed an experienced engineer for a very large construction project there. It was truly his dream job. He had always wanted to work on a large international ship build. This was that chance he dreamed of. He said to me, "Samantha, this is absolutely everything I worked for over the years." I felt a very cold feeling starting deep in my stomach. 6 months seemed like a terrible forever. I did not want him to go so far away from me. I looked quickly at the new lamp we bought together. I thought, who will sit here with me every night now? But then I saw the bright fire in his eyes. I saw the true, raw excitement he felt. I knew I could not be selfish and stop him. I really wanted him to be truly happy in his career. I tried hard to smile for him. I said the words, "That is wonderful news, Michael." He saw the sadness that was lingering in my eyes. He said immediately, "I do not have to go. We can forget the whole thing." I said firmly, "No, you must go. This is your future. This is your life." He hugged me very close to his chest. We stood there holding each other for a long, quiet time. The difficult decision was made then and there. The plane ticket was bought just 2 days later. He was going to leave at the end of the next month. We started talking about the future in a totally new way. We were constantly planning for his certain return home. We were talking about Christmas when he came back to us. We were going to definitely buy the dog then, finally. We promised each other we would call every single night. We promised to be very strong for each other during the separation. We repeated those promises many times until we believed them. The very last night we spent together was incredibly hard. We did not sleep much at all. We just talked softly and held each other tightly. We remembered our very first date at the small, crowded cafe. We remembered the terrible joke he told me that made me laugh very loudly in the street. Michael packed his large suitcase early in the morning. I helped him organize his shirts and his paperwork. I put a small folded photo of me inside his jacket pocket. I wanted him to always remember home and my face. The car ride to the big airport was very quiet. We did not play any music. The sun was just coming up over the city buildings. The light was harsh, orange, and gray. I tried very hard not to cry in front of him. I needed to be brave and strong for Michael. We reached the busy, echoing airport. People were rushing everywhere to catch their flights. Michael checked his luggage quickly. Then we walked slowly to the security line. This was the moment for us. He looked deep into my eyes for a long time. His eyes were shining slightly. He said clearly, "I love you, Samantha. I will certainly come back to you soon. I promise you this forever." He leaned in slowly toward me. He gave me a very long, very deep kiss. It was not just a simple kiss hello or a kiss goodbye. It felt like a strong promise and a lifetime memory all at once. It was the deepest love I had ever truly felt in my life. It was our last kiss together. I did not know that it was the final time I would ever feel his warm lips on mine. I watched him walk through the gate and away from me. He turned one last time and waved with a big smile. I stayed watching until I could not see him or his blue jacket anymore. I drove home alone very slowly. The apartment felt suddenly too big and terribly too quiet without his presence. The first few weeks of separation were mostly okay. We called every night, exactly as we promised we would. He told me about the big metal ships and the hot, humid weather. I told him about the children I was teaching. We talked for 1 full hour every single time. I was waiting impatiently for the phone to ring every day at exactly 8 p.m. Then the phone calls started getting shorter in length. Then sometimes he missed a whole day. He said the internet connection was very bad where he was working. I understood his difficulties. But the quiet fear started to grow big inside my chest. Then suddenly, 1 whole week passed by. I did not hear anything from him at all. I tried to call his company office multiple times. They said he was traveling far inland for an unexpected site visit. They said he would contact me immediately when he could get signal. I waited 2 more empty weeks after that news. I called the company again and again, begging for news. Nothing. The silence was now very heavy and suffocating. It felt like all the air had completely left the room we shared. My heart felt heavy, cold, and empty without his presence. I stopped sleeping well at night. I kept looking anxiously at the front door. I thought desperately, maybe he will just come home today, surprising me. I was completely living in the past tense now. I was constantly remembering the specific scent of his cologne and the strong warmth of his touch. I started to fully understand the silent truth. Something was truly and terribly wrong. Michael was not coming back to me. I did not know if he was tragically hurt or if he just decided to stay there far away. I did not get a single letter. I did not get a final breakup email. Just the endless, empty silence after all the promises. This silence was the hardest betrayal I faced. I was very angry, but mostly I was just unbelievably sad. I finally went to the post office and bought a huge storage box. I packed all of his clothes. I packed his favorite blue shirt and his old shoes. I knew I needed to put the memories safely away now. I found the little photo I put in his pocket. I looked at it for a very long time. I was crying uncontrollably. The terrible truth hit me very hard. The promised 6 months were over, but the future we planned was gone forever. I had to finally let him go completely. It took me a very long time to feel okay and normal again. The first few months after I packed his things were just black and white. Then the bright color slowly came back into my world. I kept teaching the children at school every day. Their simple, loud laughter helped me forget the pain every single morning. I started walking on the beach again, but I walked alone now. I still looked out at the big ships, but I did not feel fear anymore. I felt quiet acceptance instead. I realized that the intense love we had was a very beautiful gift. It was real, it was true, and it was complete, even though the terrible ending was not what I wanted. Michael gave me incredible happiness. He gave me the strong, lasting memory of the last kiss we shared. That kiss was the true and final end of our important chapter together. But it was not going to be the absolute end of my entire story. I found unexpected peace in the deep silence that followed. I learned that sometimes you must simply close a door that you really did not want to close at all. Life is full of many unexpected and quiet goodbyes. But life is also truly full of new chances and new beginnings. I am still here now in the small apartment by the sea. I bought a new dog, just like we planned long ago. His name is Skipper. I am slowly learning to build a new life, stronger and much wiser than before. I still deeply miss Michael, but the pain is gentle now. I carry our strong love in my peaceful heart forever. This whole experience taught me about true personal resilience and strength. I learned that love can transform, but real love never truly disappears. If you liked this emotional story and want to learn more, subscribe to the channel and see the next story.